Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear darling. I shall see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhallow today. We're back at it again, as we do every day. I don't know why I said that, but anyway, I've removed the dust mat again. Like, I put it in at the end of last episode, I think, because I was like, oh, there's no issues. And then I used it for a while, and then I started getting issues again. And I was like, what is happening? This is very confusing, and I don't know why it's like this. So for now, I've just sort of removed it until I get the opportunity to clean it, because I feel like it might be dust which is causing it problems. I'm not sure. Be really sad if it just is incompatible with his mouse, but I don't know. This mouse has been having issues in general, to be honest. But good evening, everyone. And on Fawnhallow, it's 10:16 p.m. on Thursday, February 13th, 2025. I will say that I've had no issues with it, back to using it just on the wooden desk again. So I don't know. If I don't end up using the desk mat as like an actual proper mouse mat, that's fine. Then like I guess I'll use it as like a play mat or something. I don't really know. No worries either way. A shame, yes, but worries, no. But yeah, what are we going to talk about today? You know what I can talk about today is there's something which had been bothering me for a while, which I brought up every now and then, I think, in Animal Crossing episodes, was the fact that I got my ears pierced. I don't know how long it's been now. I think I got my ears pierced on my birthday, so it must be like half a year now, basically. For a long while now, like I have been having issues where like my right ear has had like a lot of like very dry skin and that sort of thing, being rather irritated, I suppose. And I chalked it up to after like the month I had my ears pierced or whatever, like I accidentally like infected it or something, like I tugged on my ears or something like that, and then it just caused not great discomfort, but it caused like an issue in that sense. And there's a lot of things which I did change it. Like at first I was using like the normal butterfly like clasp sort of earrings, and then I was like, oh, maybe it's because I put headphones on which like go over my ear. It's pushing like the back of a spike like into the back under the skin like behind the ear, and that's like scratching it. It's causing irritation. I was thinking like but it's not really happening to the left side, but maybe it's just like the angle or whatever. So I switched to flatback studs. And the thing about the flatback studs I bought were, one of them is silver and one of them is gold, because I was like, oh, I don't know which colour I look better, which colour I prefer. I'm pretty sure I look better with silver rather than gold, so that's what I tend to buy most of the time. But I was like, I might as well buy some gold ones as well. So I bought one silver, one gold, and for the past few months or so, I've been putting the silver ones in my left ear and the gold ones in my right ear, just because, I don't know, it's just kind of a vibe of how it goes. I don't know if they're not like pure silver nor pure gold. I think it's like silver or gold coating, I don't know. But like for the past like whatever while, like I still had like this crazy dry skin on my right ear and like this irritation or whatever. And it was only like a week ago or something that I was like, you know, I've only got this on my right ear, and by now I would have thought any of infection would have healed, and it can't be any scratching because these are flat back earring studs, so I mean there's no pointy thing which is digging into my skin. And then like a thought crossed my mind, I think while I was having a shower or something, and I was like, wait a minute, maybe I'm allergic to the gold, or maybe my body is reacting to the gold stud earring and it's not reacting to the silver stud earring. Because as I was like cleaning my ears or whatever, my left ear felt perfectly fine, my right ear felt like, ugh, what is going on? It's not like infected or like anything pussy like that. It's just like there's a huge patch of like irritated skin like behind the ear, and like the actual ear itself was somewhat irritated. I mean, like I just had the thought cross my mind, which I never thought about before because I don't have allergies really. Like I have very mild hay fever, but it's not anything crazy. But like the thought crossed my mind and be like, is my body reacting to the gold? Because I was like, maybe it might make a lot of sense. Like I've not discovered it before because I have basically no gold accessories, because again I always bought silver things because I look better in silver in cool colors, and it literally never crossed my mind that maybe I'm actually allergic to gold in some degree, or maybe whatever this is, I don't know if it's like a brass thing or something. It does say it's like non-reactive. Where I get it from, I got it from Accessorize. I got it from like its pretty okay range, because I was like, I'm not gonna get something super expensive when I don't know what I want from earrings yet. And then I was just like, wait, that might be the case. So, you know, I've changed now to use two silver earrings, one stud on each side. The annoying thing is I have 3 silver stud earrings, but they are different sizes because I don't know why. I guess they're meant to be like ones you buy by themselves, which is why I bought a gold pair as well, to sort of like have like an odd mix and match sort of thing going on. But yeah, me doing it, and I was just like, oh, maybe it is because I'm legitimately just like allergic to it. I have no idea. So I tried it, and it's been a week, and I will say that the complete irritation behind my ear is like gone completely now. And there's no like tenderness or soreness of the ear. So I guess I found out I might be slightly allergic to gold or something, or at least for earrings. Like my skin reacts to it somehow. That's genuinely. It's almost, I feel like, crazy that it took me this long to, well, discover it, really. I don't know how, because allergies is a thing I've not had to personally deal with, like, much. Like, the only times I technically had to deal with it is apparently as a child I was allergic to cow milk, which is apparently reasonably common. Being lactose intolerant is actually very common with people of East Asian descent. So it's like not totally unreasonable that I was lactose intolerant, but then as I got older, you know, I got kind of over the lactose intolerance, or something, or like it just went away. And now I have basically, I think, a standard amount of lactose intolerance where like I can't eat, like I could not eat like a kilogram of cheese. That'd be absolutely ridiculous. I don't know if anyone can, but I can eat cheese and it's completely fine. If I eat too much cheese, then I'll start getting like nothing terribly bad. I'll probably get like some cramps maybe, but it's nothing crazy, I think. But yeah, I don't have any like very common allergies of like peanuts or something. Hay fever I used to have a lot worse when I was younger, but then as I got older, I sort of just like, I don't know what happened, like I lost my hay fever allergy somehow. Mainly hay fever just causes me to have very itchy eyes rather than anything, and I do sneeze more, but not like a huge amount more or anything like that, I would say. But yeah, I don't know if I'm legitimately allergic to gold, mind you, because again, I don't really know how you're meant to test it, because like, how you meant to have these sort of like allergy tests is isn't it something like they do it on like your back or whatever, they like do a little scratch and maybe like apply some of whatever the thing is that they want to test your allergy level to, and then I don't know, I guess they just see if your body reacts or not. I've never done an allergy test. It is definitely something that I've wanted to do. Not in the sense that I'm like, I feel like it'd be super enlightening or anything, but I would just be like, oh, you know, it'd just be good to know if I was allergic to anything, right? Just be kind of, I'm not sure cool is the right word, because it's not the right word, but it'd just be like, oh, that's good to know. Like, oh, I had no idea that I was allergic to. What's something which I don't think I've ever come in contact with very often? Like lavender oil or something. When I was younger, I thought I was allergic to lavender. For really no apparent reason, mind you. There was no motivation behind it except for I was like, oh, I think lavender feels pretty strong. So I was like, I think I'm allergic to lavender. And for whatever reason, my parents were like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Despite the fact this is just me as like a 5-year-old or 4-year-old or something being like, this must be the case. But anyway, not that it really caused any issues, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, probably what it was anything, it was just like hay fever or something. I do remember a time where I was on a school trip or whatever, and I remember we were just all kids or whatever, we were like playing like on a hill or something, and then at some point I felt like something had gotten into my eye, and I just like kept itching it and basically ended up irritating my eye to the point it like swelled up a lot. And at the time I thought that was like an allergy thing, and I think it was an allergy thing, maybe with hay fever, maybe scratch my eye, but it was definitely me just rubbing my eye continuously for like an hour or so, which made it swell up and made it irritated. It was very annoying though, and at the time I felt, you know, very embarrassed by the entire thing, but you know, obviously, you know, kids are kids, whatever. Who cares? Does anyone remember that? I mean, I didn't even remember it until just now. So yeah, I don't know. So I'm not going to say for certain if I am allergic to gold or whatever, but certainly I'm not going to be using those gold earrings again. Part of me, the scientific part of my brain, was like, I should test this, and like, now that we've done the control of like the silver and it's completely fine, I should use the gold earring in my other ears and see if I get a similar sort of reaction, and then I'll be like, okay, now I know for certain I'm like fully allergic to gold. I will never be. Well, again, I think these are gold earrings. That's what they say, but maybe because it's like a mix or an alloy or something. Maybe that, I don't know, affects it a lot. But yeah, it's very much at the stage where I'm just like, well, I don't really see much point in me buying gold. For one, I much prefer silver jewelry in the first place, but two, also it's like, well, if it's causing a reaction, that's very much your body's way of saying don't do this. Kind of. So yeah, I don't know, but there's my little anecdote for you there. Why I found out maybe I have a gold allergy. I'm not sure. Again, I don't want to point fingers at gold immediately because I don't know. It's not like an official test. Maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe it genuinely was my ear was just like infected for ages or whatever, and then it cleaned up at the same time, but I changed the earring. Maybe it was some other factor. Who knows? Maybe it's all placebo. Not that it denies any of the effects or the results from it, but it does, at least without a scientific basis behind it, I think cause into question the cause in the first place. So, yeah. But anywho, I suppose the benefit being that the ear, the skin around my ear is no longer irritated. I think that's kind of a benefit in the first place. And as I say, no harm, no foul, because again, I preferred silver, cool, white jewelry anyway, compared to gold ones. But yeah, I don't know, that was my run-in with sort of like allergies, I guess, even so mildly. What else can we talk about allergies? You know what's an interesting thing as well, which I remember my biology teacher talking about, was the fact that how allergies or whatever are incredibly common now compared to, how common they used to be, as I understand it. It was a sort of thing where, like, allergies apparently, it's not that they weren't common or something, but like, I remember my biology teacher, she was, I don't know, I'm going to say in like her 50s, 60s or something, and she was like, when I was younger, there was basically no one who had an allergy, but nowadays allergies are very, very common. I mean, like, peanut allergy is an incredibly common allergy, like asthma, which is like, I think an allergic, I'm not sure if it's straight up allergic to dust or it's allergic to like the dust mites. I'm not sure if dust mites is the right way to put it, but like the whatever dust mites leave behind or something. I remember I watched a cool documentary about it, don't remember most of it though. But very, very common allergic reactions. Lactose intolerance, also super common, like hay fever, very common. Like, you probably know someone with each of those allergies, or with each of those afflictions. But yeah. So I don't know if this is the case where it's just like back in my day and it's just more like it didn't go diagnosed, or if it legitimately is a thing. But like, some reason in my brain, I read a thing at some point that said, yeah, it was some scientific thing, and it was because of, I don't know, some other reason or another. Are allergies more common now? Let's see. Allergies on the rise around the world. But why? Hygiene hypothesis is that living conditions in the world might be too clean and that kids aren't being exposed to germs to train their immune systems to tell the difference between harmful irritants. I don't know. Maybe. Because, I mean, to talk about allergies, and I know I spoke about it before with a lactose intolerance, there was that woman, she did an experiment, I guess is perhaps the best way to put it, where she basically tested to see can she overcome lactose intolerance by basically just ingesting a ridiculous amount of lactose for like a month or something, and it worked for her, like in a very crazy sense. My friend essentially tried it as well by drinking a lot of milk, and he said it kind of worked for him, I think. I don't think he did it quite to the degree that she did it, because she was like literally drinking a lactose slurry, which is really quite a lot, I think. But yeah, he, at the very least my friend, like, said it helped, and who knows if it's placebo. And then he also said he regained it again, and then he lost it again, so heavens knows what on earth is going on with that. But yeah, allergies, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I still have a little box the gold studs came in. Maybe I can find them. Accessorize flat back studs gold. Maybe I can find them. They were definitely not 14 karat, I don't think. Maybe they were. I mean, it was this sort of design, but my ones are very, very basic. It was literally just like a gem on the front. Maybe it's 14 karat gold plated. It wasn't a 2-piece, it was a 3-piece one. Let's see if they exist. So these are stud earrings, metal, gold. Product type, stud, I mean, they're very, very basic, my ones. But yeah, I mean, provided accessorizes, true, they should be 14 karat gold plated, which, if that's the case, maybe I'm just legitimately allergic to gold. Which is an interesting thing to discover. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this information except for not buy gold jewelry, but even then, like, after I bought the gold jewelry and I put them in there, and I was like, the silver ones just look better in my hair. So yeah, I don't know. Again, I might reiterate, it could just be genuinely a coincidence, would be really an unfortunate coincidence, so more testing may be required. I don't know how to test allergy to, I don't know, gold. Let's see if it comes up. A skin patch test, that's what it's called. Small amount of gold and sodium thiosulfate is applied to a patch and placed on the skin for a set period. If the skin underneath the patch becomes red and itchy, it indicates a positive reaction. And like some people have like gold rings and patches. It didn't become itchy, mind you. But it did like basically make my skin incredibly rough. Which has to be a symbol of something, I think. Maybe, I mean, again, maybe it's a very mild allergy. Let's see. How common is gold allergy? Quite rare. Less than 1% is allergic to gold. So I can't be that allergic because it's not like my ears swelled up, I don't think. And again, we're not sure if it is. Contact allergy to gold. I don't know. Again, I have nothing else gold to really test, and I'm not sure if I really should be testing, really. But part of me is rather curious that maybe I might switch ears and might put the gold earring in my left ear to see if it, and at the first sign of like any of like itchiness or dermatitis, as they say, I'm immediately taking it out and switching it back, because then it'll be like, okay, that's enough proof for me. Once could be a coincidence. Twice is a fluke, and 3 times is a pattern, or something, as they say. Anyway, on that note, I guess I'll sort of round this episode off here. So, I don't know, gold jewelry, who knows? Gold allergy, question mark? So, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Day Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now.